the Sea of Galilee, a place of tranquility where the waters often lie still, reflecting the sky above. But tonight, it is anything but calm. Wind howls fiercely, and waves crash violently against the boat. The storm rages with a ferocity that seems almost otherworldly. Fear grips the disciples' hearts. Their faces are etched with terror as they struggle to keep the boat afloat. The storm is relentless, and their hope is fading. They are alone, battling the storm, feeling the weight of their helplessness. The darkness of the night only adds to their despair. Suddenly a figure appears walking on the water amidst the chaos. It is Jesus. His presence brings a glimmer of hope in the midst of their fear. Peter, ever the bold one, calls out, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water." His voice is filled with a mixture of desperation and daring. His voice, a mix of fear and faith, echoes across the waves. The storm seems to pause for a moment, as if listening. "Come," Jesus replies, his voice calm and commanding. A simple word, yet filled with divine power. It cuts through the storm, reaching Peter's heart. This is a moment of decision for Peter. He stands at the edge of the boat, contemplating the impossible. His mind races with doubt and fear. Stay in the boat, bound by fear? The safety of the boat is tempting, but it is also a prison of doubt. Or step out, embracing the impossible. His heart pounds, his faith flickers. But Jesus is calling. With a deep breath, Peter steps out of the boat, his eyes fixed on Jesus. The water feels solid beneath his feet, a miracle unfolding with each step. The storm still rages around him, but his focus is unwavering. This is a leap of faith, a moment that will define his journey. As he walks toward Jesus, he realizes that faith is not the absence of fear, but the courage to move forward despite it. The storm may be fierce, but the call of Jesus is stronger. Peter, filled with a surge of confidence, steps out of the boat. He is walking on water. The impossible becomes possible. His fear recedes with each step he takes towards Jesus. The wind still blows. The waves still crash. But Peter's eyes are fixed on Jesus. In that focus, he finds strength. He experiences the miraculous. For a few glorious moments, he walks on water. This is the power of faith. When we focus on Jesus, when we trust in his power, we can overcome any obstacle. We can do the impossible. We can walk on water. But then, a change. The sky darkens, clouds gather, and the once calm sea begins to churn. The atmosphere shifts dramatically, signaling an impending storm. Peter takes his eyes off Jesus. His focus wavers, distracted by the chaos around him. He looks at the wind. The gusts are fierce, bending trees and howling through the air. He feels the spray of the waves. The cold, salty water splashes against him, a stark reminder of the storm's power. Fear, like a thief in the night, seeps back into his heart. Doubt whispers insidiously. The wind seems louder, more threatening, the waves more menacing, crashing with relentless force. He begins to sink, his confidence eroding with each passing second. His faith, once so strong, falters. The certainty he felt moments ago is now overshadowed by anxiety and fear. The water rises, threatening to engulf him. Each wave pulls him deeper, the struggle intensifying. How quickly things can change. One moment, walking on water, the feeling of triumph, of faith unshaken. The next, sinking in despair, the weight of doubt pulling him under, the once solid surface now treacherous. When we take our eyes off Jesus, when our focus shifts from him to the turmoil around us, when we focus on the storms around us, we lose our footing. We begin to sink. The storms of life are inevitable, but our response determines whether we walk on water or drown in despair. Keeping our eyes on Jesus, maintaining our faith, is the key to navigating through the tempests. But Peter remembers who to call on. "Lord, save me!" Peter cries out. His voice, filled with desperation, pierces the storm. He knows he cannot save himself. He needs Jesus. Instantly, Jesus reaches out. His hand, strong and steady, grasps Peter's. He pulls him from the waves. "You of little faith," Jesus says, "why did you doubt?" Even in our moments of weakness, Jesus is there. He doesn't let us drown in our doubts. He hears our cries for help. He reaches out with his love and grace. He pulls us to safety. Peter's story is a powerful reminder. Where we focus our attention determines our direction. In the midst of life's storms, our focus can either be our greatest strength or our greatest weakness. When we fix our eyes on Jesus, we can walk on water. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a profound truth. By keeping our gaze on him, we find the strength to do the impossible, to rise above our circumstances. When we allow ourselves to be distracted by the storm, we begin to sink. The waves of doubt and fear can pull us under, making us feel helpless and lost. It's easy to get caught up in the cares of this world, to be overwhelmed by fear and anxiety. The pressures of daily life, the uncertainties of the future, and the weight of our past can all cloud our vision. But we have a choice. Every moment presents us with an opportunity to decide where we will place our focus. We can choose to focus on the storm, or we can choose to focus on Jesus. The storm represents our challenges, our fears, and our doubts. Jesus represents hope, peace, and unwavering support. Choose Jesus. Choose faith. In choosing him, we are not denying the existence of the storm, but we are acknowledging a power greater than the storm. Choose to keep your eyes on him, no matter what storms you face. By doing so, you will find the strength to persevere, the courage to move forward, and the peace that surpasses all understanding. Remember, your focus determines your destiny. The story of Peter walking on water is a story of hope. It reminds us that even when we falter, even when our faith wavers, Jesus is there. He is our ever-present Savior, ready to catch us when we fall. He doesn't condemn us for our doubts. He gently guides us back to faith. He reminds us that with him, nothing is impossible. So take courage, step out in faith, and know that no matter what, Jesus is there to catch you. Faith isn't about the absence of fear or doubt. It's about keeping our eyes fixed on Jesus. Even when the storms rage around us. We all face storms in life. Moments of doubt, times of fear. But we don't have to face them alone. Jesus is always there, ready to reach out and pull us up.